Hey guys, welcome to our new YouTube channel. My name is Cherry and they are my friends Lenin and Mario. And we are a group of students that are looking forward to giving information about Costa Rica and its places. So basically we decided to create this YouTube channel for you to have more knowledge about the history of Costa Rica, the tourism, and as well some places.
Oh, I feel so alive.
Today's video is going to be about Heredia. Heredia is a province of Costa Rica, and actually Heredia is known for being the city of the flowers. Why? Generally because of its beautiful flowers. So, if one day you go to Heredia, you will find the most beautiful flowers of Costa Rica. In fact, people from Heredia have a kind of custom to cultivate as much flowers as possible, especially on mountains. And they usually try to decorate with flowers so many things in places. And also, Heredia is the largest flower market in Costa Rica. So, if you like flowers, if you enjoy the smelling of the flowers, and you like to decorate with flowers your house, you can go to visit our annual festival in Heredia. There you will know about so many flowers, about the variety, and as well you can buy so many flowers. So this festival has been performing since 2003. And it depends, the date depends on the year, but generally we have performing this beautiful festival in June or July.
Hello everybody, I am Lenin. I am part of this group, and as you know, we are Costa Ricans, so we want to share with you our knowledge about this country. We want to share with you some pieces of advice, information, and everything related with this beautiful country. Today we are going to talk about Heredia, right? Heredia is one of the 7 provinces of Costa Rica, right? So I would like to talk about the background of Heredia. So let's get started. Everything started on September 7, 1848, and that Heredia was declared a canton by the political constitution. Also, they gave Heredia the title of province, right? Actually, Heredia was conformed for 7 districts. Before this constitution gave the title of a canton of Heredia, Heredia had been wanted to be a separated province, right, at the time, especially. One fun fact is that Heredia is the smallest province of Costa Rica, representing the 5% of the national territory. It is divided into 10 cantons, right? Even though it is the smallest province of Costa Rica, it has one of the most populous province. It is one of the most populous province in the entire country, right? Representing the 433,000 of people that live there, inhabitants, right? So yeah, especially this is the background of Heredia. Now I would like to talk about who were the first people that lived here, that lived there in Heredia. Now, the indigenous population of the Western Kingdom of the West they were the first people that lived here in that place, right? Especially in pre-Columbian times. They were slavers of the Cacique Garavito tribe, and also in 1706, some immigrants from Cartago founded the city, as we know, right? From September 8th, 1716 to 1717, the city was moved to the north of the side, and they called this city the Kubuyuki, right? The Kubuyuki city. Now, yes, sorry. Now, related with education, In 1751, a church priest named Pedro Agustin Morel from Santa Cruz founded the first school in Kubuyuki, right? As you know, Kubuyuki was the name of Heredia at that time. In 1845, he opened the first high school related with that. He began his lessons on the first high school in San Agustin, right? Actually, that high school was the best one for 4 years straight, to say the least. In 1915, the first university of the canton was founded, the National University, right, or Universidad Nacional at that time. Yes, well, that's related with education, right? Well, related with religion, the first church was founded on October 31 of 1797, right? The priest Felix de Alvarado and Salmon Pacheco created the current church of Heredia, right? Actually, this is one of the oldest churches of the entire country. Well, on the entire country. This is one of the oldest of Heredia. Now, related with celebrations and parties, I would like to tell you about the history of that, right? Well, each province has a unique experiences and traditions, festivals that makes them special, right? And Heredia is not the exception. This, for good measure, usually tell one part of the cultural heritage, the way of life of the people who live there. Actually, Heredia keeps alive the traditions that are passed from generations, right? And I'm going to talk about 5 of those that are really representative of the culture, that are full of history, celebrations, music, and joy. So you will enjoy about this topic. The first celebration of this is San Bartolome Party. This is amazing because Heredia is a province where its festivities are enjoyed by everywhere, right? By everyone, right? And San Bartolome has a special place among the festivities and tradition of the people that live there, right? Every August 24, the town of Barba plays music. People go out to the streets with typical masks in honor of Bartolome. Later I will tell you about what are those masks, those typical masks of Costa Rica. The second most popular tradition of Heredia is the mask fair, right? When the music of the cimarrona, that is an instrument, like a classic instrument of Costa Rica, is heard, the mask appear, right? People dressed with masks. The party of the maskers is very important part of the history of Heredia, and many people go out to the streets with these masks and they celebrate and eat delicious food. They dance and they enjoy about this moment, right? The third one is when Judas was born, or Judas. Now, Holy Week is one of those special celebrations that includes many festivals and traditions of Heredia, right? Apart from the delicious food, like chiver, those are delicious. Chiver is one of the most typical dishes during Holy Week, right? Heredia has a very particular and different and unique tradition in those times, right? In those times, especially when they need to burn Judas. Now, what I am saying, okay, it's really simple. They put like a jewel representing Judas and then burn it as a symbol of justice between you and me. This looks really fun. And also they start to dance and eat delicious food, right? So for me, it's amazing. Now, another of the most interesting activities that you can do is to drink coffee. Coffee is one of the most important parts of the history of Heredia, and not only for Heredia, it's also for the entire country, right? This province is one of the most important coffee producers, right? If you visit the place, it is highly suggested to go there and watch how the process is. So if you can visit a farm and learn about its production process. Right? It's a very common tradition to drink fresh coffee every day there. So if you like, you can go to a typical restaurant there and eat pinto with coffee. That is one of the most traditional dishes in Costa Rica, right? Especially is that. Okay. Well, maybe you're answering what are those? Maybe you're asking what are those masks, right? Those traditional masks. And why are those so important for the Costa Rican culture? So I will talk about this interesting topic related with the masks, right? Well, I will talk about the history of traditional Costa Rican masquerades, or mascaradas in Spanish, of course. Aboriginal people have been doing this kind of activities since the past. From the word go, masks have always been an important element for Aboriginal people and from the Costa Rican culture in general. Now, related with the masks, after the arrival of the Spanish people, the Aborigines of the ancient tribes liked their art, so that is why they combined the Aboriginal people art and the Spanish art. That is why those are so colorful, especially. The masquerades today means a symbol of party and celebration, and is part of our culture, right? A classic of this is the famous devil, or diablito in Spanish, who always appears in these activities. So they must have been really created to create those masks, right? So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for paying attention. I'm really happy to talk about that. I hope to see you soon, and Cherry is going to talk about the next one. So thank you very much.
Now, how to get from the airport to Heredia? There are 3 different ways of public transportations if you don't want to rent a car. So, the distance from the airport to Heredia is like 10 kilometers, and it will take you like 15 to 25 minutes by traveling. So as I told you, there are 3 different ways of public transportation, and the first one is to take an Uber. It could be an easy and fast way to travel from that place to the other place. However, you have to be a little bit more careful if you are at the airport, because Ubers are not allowed here in Costa Rica, and you might get in troubles and you will have to pay an extra fee, because there are many times when a police car is like driving around the airport just to check if you are not using Uber. But if you are in any other place of Heredia or Costa Rica in general, it is not really important if you are using Uber for the police, because they don't really care about it, only at the airport. So I suggest walking off and going in front of a street where you can ask for the Uber, and you can get in the Uber immediately in a fast way and without being that obvious. So it will charge you like 3,600 colones, which is $6. And on the other hand, if you take a taxi, if you don't want to take that risk, and if you want to take a taxi, it could be a little bit more safety. However, they will charge you a lot of more money because they use a kind of object that measure the time and the distance, and according to that they will charge you. So in many cases it is a rip-off, and they will charge you like 5,000 colones, or even they can charge you 8,000 colones, which is like an approximated of $15. It depends on the traffic jam. And the last but not least option is to take a bus. Actually, this is the cheapest option. You can take a bus. The schedule of buses here in Costa Rica is from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. So if your departure is in those hours, you can take a bus. However, if you arrive here at the airport of Costa Rica you will have to take whether a taxi or an Uber. And well, in Heredia you can find a lot of things in beautiful places. You can find restaurants, you can find hotels, you can find supermarkets, a hospital, clinics, schools, malls. You can find everything there. And actually, if you love go shopping, and if you want to know what is a mall like here in Costa Rica, I suggest going to Oxígeno Human Playground that is ubicated in Heredia. Actually, this is nearby Heredia. It takes like 15 minutes to walk from Heredia downtown to Oxígeno, and you will find lots of stores there. And as well, if you love to like see the sunset, if you really appreciate that, and if you like to see the beautiful sky, there is a part above the mall where you can walk, and actually you will feel like if the environment is like natural, because there is a grass and there are so many places to sit and see the beautiful sunset before dusk. And as well, if you want, you can go to another mall that is ubicated in Heredia. However, this is further from Heredia downtown, and I would say this is a common mall. You can only find like stores, and that's all. The name is Paseo Las Flores, and yeah, you can visit those malls. However, if you want, as I told you, if you want to experience something new, and if you want to go to a place where you can find different attractions and places in a bigger place, you can go to Oxígeno Human Playground, and you can find lots of things. In the same way, Barba is an area located in Heredia, which is famous for its folklore, the beautiful houses, as well the coffee plantations, the adventures. There is actually a volcano, and as well it is famous for its cultural heritage. Actually, there is an annual festival, which is the Masquerade Festival, that is specifically being performed in this area, Barba. So this festival is people created this festival with the purpose of encourage the celebration of folklore. And during this festival, if you go there, if you want to go as a visitor, you can find people like using masks or typical costumes and so on. So this is a place and this is a festival where all is fun and games. And well, I would like to point out for good measure that they have a different custom there, which is to have like a kind of smooth object and hit people. So if you go there and somebody hit you, no worries. This is a kind of tradition there. And as well, this kind of festival is really crowded, so don't get surprised if somebody hit you. And well, another amazing and wonderful place to go there in Barba is the Barba's volcano. You can go there and you can do like adventure activities such as canopying and hiking, and you can walk around the volcano, and even you can go up to see the lagoon. So I really suggest going to these places. However, it's better if you don't go to those places like the volcanoes and so on in dry seasons. So the better months to go there are like June through April, if I'm not mistaken.
So, what's up, guys? I would like to share with you some information about Heredia. You know, Heredia is a smaller province here in Costa Rica, but at the same time, there are a lot of places to visit. As my partners told you, Sherry and Lennon, there are a lot of places and beautiful places to know here. So in this case, in this part of the video, I would like to share with you about Heredia downtown. As well, there are a lot of places to know. You saw in the intro of this video some of them, like the 14 or fort, whatever you want to say. 14 is in Spanish, right? The stadium from the Club Sport Herediano. You saw in the intro the big church. It is in the middle of the downtown Heredia, in front of the park. So that's it. I will share with you all the information, but after that, I would like to call some friends. My best friends, they live in Heredia, so I'm going to call you. I have my computer here, like you see. So I'm going to call there. Just wait a second, please. Okay, hi guys, how are you?
Hi Mario. What's up, Mario?
So I want to ask you some question about some places here in Heredia. So I would like to start with you, Ricardo. Do you want to start?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, sure. So let's go to one room in this meeting. So let's go. So what's up, Ricardo? How are you?
I'm really good.
Oh, that's great. So, Ricardo, by the time I was in the Heredia's Park, I had been thinking
Okay.
to do this kind of video just for posting it
Alright.
in our website with my partners Sherry and Lennon. So, I guess
Yeah.
that your knowledge about history, it will help to us, to my group, to have more followers. So, Ricardo, I don't know. I want to ask you about the fort or the 14. So, what can you tell us about it? Okay, Mario, I'm going to talk about the history behind this beautiful monument. The name of this place in Heredia is in Spanish 14, as you told. In English is fort. So from the word go, the fort was built in 1867, right? 1867. This could be the most beauty and the most symbolic place for the people who live in Heredia. It is next to the park and on the corner of the shore. So the history behind this was that the government, or at this time, he wanted to build a big foreign area with 4 towers, but he didn't know anything about architecture or designer as well. So he just asked it, and at the end, there was no money and there was no knowledge for build the 4 towers, so they could only build just 1 tower. But this place is beautiful. I mean, at the top of the tower, you can see many places, so as the city of Heredia and San Jose as well. In the other side, you can see a lot of mountains and the sky closer, right? So, another important thing, outside the fort, there is a beauty amphitheater, so you can go there for free and eat ice cream if you want. So finally, if you go to Heredia, you definitely have to visit the fort. Thank you very, very much, Ricardo. I really appreciate your help So now I going to call to William because I would like to know about the history behind the shirt. So I guess that he knows a lot about it.
Yes, he knows a lot about it.
Okay, that's great. So thank you very much, Ricardo. See you the next week maybe. And I'm going to call to William. Okay, now I'm going to call to William. Just wait a second. Is it?
Hi,
Hi,
Mario.
William. How are you?
I'm really good.
You must have known
Yeah.
about the Heredia's church because I guess that your father helped there for many years, and Ricardo told me as well. So, in 1 minute, my friend Ricardo, what can you tell us about the history of the shirt? To say nothing of, it's one of the oldest shore in our country. It has a lot of history behind it. The first, the first name was Immaculate Conception of Kubuhuki, because Kubuhuki was the first name of the province of Heredia, right? So it has many images with many years of existence. One of them was created 200 years ago. Could you imagine that? Well, the shore was built in 1797, right? 1797. It had an altar of gold slabs with god candelabras, a sculpture of the soldier Saint Pedro. Also, the shore offers a big spacious garden, so these spaces are free and you can go there and spend a good time if you want. So, as you see, there are a lot of history behind the shore, so you can go there whenever you want. You can go to the mass or just for now the shore and see a lot of images there and spend a good time. Oh my god, thank you very much, William. I was very excited just to hear you, just to know the history behind the shore. Uh, there are a lot of things that we don't realize, and when I was listening to you, I realized that we have to learn about our history, our country, our city. So I really appreciate your help. Now I'm going to call to Jorge because man, he's an sport man. So I guess that he knows a lot about the history behind the old and the new stadium from Heredia. So thank you very much, William. We will see you the next week. Hi, Jorge. Is Heredia your team, right?
Yes, the best team
Okay,
ever.
great. So tell me the history behind the old and the new stadium of Heredia.
The inauguration day of the stadium was in August 21st, 1949. Yeah, yes. Where the first game was played against the Spanish Gymnastics Society with a score of 3-1 in favor of Club Sport Herediano. It had a space. I said it had because it's in past, because it was the old stadium. It had a space for 10,000 people, and it's called Rosabal Cordero Stadium. The construction of the property was achieved thanks to a loan from the National Bank of Costa Rica and the contribution of the Heredia community as well. So now they want to build a modern stadium. Uh, Actually, they already started the construction, so they are working hard to have it ready maybe in 2 years. But there are many problems with the permissions of the municipality, and times in money, right? So this thing has an importance, sorry, for the people who live in Heredia, because the people from Heredia love everything about their province. So I guess that is all. Thank you very much for call us, Mario, and have a good day. Well, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate your time. I guess that you enjoyed a lot our video. So we will share with you in the next weeks more information about places from Costa Rica, from Heredia as well. So thank you very much. Have a good day, and remember, you have to go to Heredia.